Hi everyone, Shafat Bless here from True Bull Online Services, and I'll be taking you once again on this lecture, which has to do with the basics of analysis. All right, so we elaborating more on the two types of analysis we spoke about in the previous video, which are which is the fundamental analysis, and the technical analysis. So here is the risk warning. Ensure you fully come into agreement with this before continuing to watch this video. So fundamental analysis has more influence on the market than technical analysis. Why is this? Because we have basically, like I explained to you, there are conferences and there are meetings that are held that basically affect currencies, right? And it could be, for example, there's a meeting in the US, right? FOMC news that we discussed last time that usually affects the Euro USD, or you have the Fed come up with a policy and things like that that affects the dollar. Right? And just that kind of things, is like the price you see on the market on the MT4 is like a history of the original events that happened, right, in the particular country or whatever. Right. So for example, just like I said earlier, you have the US dollar, it's having a bearish momentum. That's a downtrend, and that was due to some policies that were released by the Fed not long ago and all that. So those are things that actually come into place. But it's general to take note that fundamental analysis has more influence on the market than technical analysis, because technical analysis, you're basically looking at the market interface, as it MT4, right, to take a decision. Right, so why is this? We're going to be looking at that right now. So we have the basic fundamental analysis, and on the above given side, pay close attention to the following, right? Color, currency, color, and time. Sorry, you have the Forex factory here, which is the side that I showed you in the last video as well, and we're to pay attention to currency, color, and time. So what we have here is the time that the news was released, the pair that the news affected, and then we have the impact of the news, right, on that particular pair. And this is the news itself. This is the fundamental itself. That's the news that was released that caused all this. So what does a yellow color mean as a news impact? It means minimum impact. So when we have yellow, it means minimum impact, and that's what we want to see as traders, to know that we have a go ahead in that particular pair. All right, so we have yellow, which means minimum impact. We have when it gets a bit darker here, you have the medium impact, right? It's orange. Then you have the when it's red, you have the maximum impact as the red. All right, so in this basic course, I'm not going to be elaborating much on them, but these things were thoroughly explained in the advanced course, and how you could take advantage, all right, of minimum impact, medium impacts, and high impact news to be profitable in the market. Super important. So please ensure that you do not take any trades based on this. All right, there are a lot of, like we said last time, there are confluence of other things you use to confirm. All right, super important. This just helps us to determine what pairs are good to trade for the day and what we want to avoid to trade. So that's exactly that. So I explained, all right, the currency pair that will be impacted by the news. We spoke about that. The colors: red impact, red is high impact, orange is medium impact, and yellow is low impact. We spoke about that. So we have technical analysis. We spoke about support, resistance, and trend lines in the previous video. So here we'll be taking it a bit deeper into them. So support is an area of the market where there are potential buyers, this region tends to push the market price up. Right, and resistance is the opposite, where there is a region where there are potential sellers, and this region tends to push the market price down. We have a trend line, is the moving of the market in a particular direction, that's up or down trend, hitting a particular price level as it proceeds on. So we do not trade with only support, resistances, or trend lines, but we trade them in conjunction with other confirmations. Just like I was saying earlier, we do not just use these things to make a decision on the forex market. So we trade them in conjunction with other setups, with other confirmations. And please do well to refer to our advanced course to get more information on these conjunctions, and then to be taught elaborately how to engage in them to be profitable on the forex market. So you could do well to check our website to get more information on that, www.tradable.com, and get more information on that. So let me show you what a trend line is. Sorry about this. So a trend line is basically what you have here. So to get it, this is the trend line. This is what you use to draw the trend line. So you can see that did I draw a trend line? But how do you draw a trend line on the chart? All right. So basically, like I said, is where the markets move either in an uptrend, downtrend, or range in sideways. So on a downtrend, all right, is or on uptrend, a trend line just helps you to is a dynamic resistance or support points, right? And when I mean dynamic, I do not mean a moving average, but this is just like a particular price region along a falling sequence, all right, that the price retest. And you can see here, price retested this level once again here, 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 and finally broke off here, and I came to actually retest on it. I didn't want to draw that all the way there. So that's exactly what we mean by a trend line. So that's how you draw it. That's a trend line. And then for you to know how to draw a trend line and best make use of it, that's more elaborated in the advanced course and professional course as well. So these are resistance levels, right? Like we said, there are levels where there are potential sellers that push the price down. So you can see when the market, when the price got up to these levels, there are a lot of sellers there, potential sellers that sold off, and you could see the bearish momentum, bearish momentum, bearish momentum, bearish momentum each and every instant. Then for the supports, you could see this is an uptrend. You could see people, potential buyers at this point, buying off, and buying off, and it going. All right, price came back several times to retest this level, but didn't break them, right, because of the buying pressure. This is another example of a trend line. When we have two trend lines, all right, one on top and one below, we want to call that a channel. All right, so to know more, there's a way to trade all these things, but those are taught in these advanced courses and professional courses. So do well to check them out and to increase to know how to be profitable in the forex market. So thank you very much for following us in this video. Happy to be of help. Hope you understand. Sorry. What a technical and fundamental analysis is, all right, from a basic point of view. Like I keep emphasizing, all right, check our advanced course out on our website to get more info on all these things, because the best way to use a fundamental analysis, the best way to use a technical analysis have all been taught on in the advanced course. So please do well to check it out. Thank you very much.